Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your host, your casual dad, and we are back with our favorite beaver building game, Timberborn. We're finishing up here on New Babylon. We have our ziggurat almost completed. We just got a few little details left to do, and then we're going to move on to the main part of this episode, which is we're going to be building this right here. So what this is it just takes the water from down here and it just moves it back up to the reservoir so that we can have water constantly flowing. We're not in too big of a rush to have that done because, most of our water for our food and stuff comes over here in these handy dandy little pools, which I think, really considering how much food is being produced, I think that's probably unintended by the developers, not gonna lie. Also over here, the pools for our berries and our coffee, and then the pools for our trees. Not sure those, that's exactly how the developers wanted it to be used, but you know what, that's how it is right now, and that's what we're going to be doing. So we got to finish up our little corner pieces here. Looks like we are getting close to starting on this corner piece, but it's gonna look magnificent when we're done here. And the purpose of getting all the water back up, we don't need it down here. I mean, these tanks right here, this is more than enough water for our beavers. Even if it's not, how much we pump will top this up in no time, which then really just means there's gonna be a lot of excess water that will evaporate and go to waste. So why not just build a way to reclaim that? We've got plenty of excess power to power these things to get it up. We'll see if it works. We'll see if that will flow in. And then we also have a few other things in store throughout the map. We are going to be working on greening it up by having some different irrigation channels put in everywhere so that we have that hidden irrigation that's going to make it look so good. And yeah, I think you guys are going to really like it. So stick around. Make sure you hit that like button if you have liked how this has turned out, starting with this little city here. If you remember, we had a little bit of production, tons of food in this area. Then we quickly came out here to make our amazing power wheel. And this just makes so much sense. I've seen this in so many different people's videos. It just makes so much sense to put this in the corner, out of the way, where it doesn't really block anything or bother anything. We got our industrial district going. Pretty compact, not the most space efficient, but it gives us what we need, and I'm okay with that. We looking like we were pretty low on water and extract. We're gonna have to get on that. Let's put a couple beaver bots there, and get on that real quick. And then we came back and we did our decorative art buildings. I'm pretty proud of that. And then that led us to where we're at with our cloud storage and our lovely hanging gardens. So if you've liked that journey that we've been on, make sure you hit that like button. Also, we have our Stairway to Heaven. Can't forget that. Make sure you hit that like button for the journey we've been on, as well as hit that sub button to stay tuned for other city builder action that we're going to have, primarily with Timberborn. But, you never know what you might see on the channel. We just like to chill out and hang out and have fun. Make sure you check out the description to see how you can join the Casual Dad Gaming community in a couple different ways. Just come hang out, chit chat, tell us what you like, what games you like to play, which ones you don't. Things such as that. And maybe we can get some community games together, or who knows. Anyways, guys, let's just get into it. And really, it's just going to be a whole lot of waiting and giving some updates. I'm trying to plan out what I want to do for different places. We unfortunately, I think, have to do just a layer of dynamite here, because we go down too deep, we're going to hit our tunnel that we've made. Don't want to do that. But we've got to get over here to green this up. And over here. Slowly they're going to fill this in. And I'm going to have probably a dam somewhere so that it just never gets full and floods if there is excess water. I do know we are wanting to, yeah, we need to do something right here because sometimes there's a lock when it goes to bad tide. So I'm just going to put in a new bad tide diversion right here and just make it nice, handy dandy. And yeah, that's gonna be fantastic because then we can come in with our impermeable floors, come over the top, and then we can't do impermeable floors because I have to come back with terrain blocks. I've got to fill this in. The problem is going to be getting that last block done. I'm gonna have to have it all set up where it all happens, and it's gonna have to happen during a drought. I'm gonna get it set up where we'll be good to go for the next drought, which probably means I need to have all this. Well, we can do this part like this, but this needs to be down like that because now we can do a tunnel. Okay, so there's gonna be dirt above it. We can do a tunnel, then we can put in a sluice gate there. And by getting the outside ready, it won't be too bad for the next drought. But let's just come over here and see if there's any manual fixings to delay things or route things a certain way. I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be a lot of just waiting and building, and yeah, and so I may put a little bit of a montage on, a little something other. We're short on gear, so this is gonna take a long time. We have some openings, so before we do any kind of time lapse or anything of that nature, let's make sure we're full force over there. We got plenty of planks, plenty of wood. It's just we are using a ton of gears, so it's just gonna take a while. No fear, no fear. I'll let this run, guys, and we'll come back in just a bit when things are looking a little prettier. All right. Well, this is a little bit of an update. We've got more of the mangroves and we've got more of our monuments decorated, and we're getting set up to start harvesting our mangrove fruits. We're getting the water situated here. Been playing with closing some of them and letting the others be open to get downfalls, but it's going to take a little bit. But the most important thing is our tributes to ingenuity being completed and running. And yes, that's what we're going to have on the other side, and it's going to be beautiful. But since a drought is starting soon, we're going to come over here to see how we're looking. Probably not anything happening because we're so focused on over there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can turn these down a little bit because we're waiting on gears. So we can do other things while those gears are being made. And we're gonna do several things. So this has been made. We're gonna start working on this over here. Let me just go ahead and give it the proper priority. I want the scaffolding first. Then once the scaffolding's done, we'll start working. Well, this upper scaffolding's done, so we can start working on everything over here from this kind of a perspective. And then we'll finish up the other stuff once that scaffolding is done. But hopefully, since we do have this drought coming soon, I would like to get in here and get this done ASAP. Rooney. Too far from district. Cannot be reached. Okay, well, we'll just have to... We'll just have to fix that. We'll go down with a little tunnel ladder. Now let's see, does it say that we're too far away from the city? Too far. Okay, is this connection broken somewhere? No, we're connected right over here. Maybe it'll change once that is built. Let's see what happens. All right, no, it's looking good. Now my question is, while I'm over here, do I take the time to flatten this out, make it all look nice? I think I do. I think I'm gonna come in here later and clean up. I'm gonna flatten all this out. Maybe make some, maybe not flatten out. Maybe build some kind of like a fancy villa-looking place for some beavers. Some of the elites that don't want to be in the crowded city under the waterfall. They want to live out here in their country estate. Might build like one here, and then fill in with some dirt and put one here. And just see what kind of decorations I can come up with. But that's going to be probably the very last thing we do. Right now we are trying to get this taken care of. But we'll be back in just a moment with what we got. All right. The decorations are done. Beautiful. The water is flowing mostly properly. We got a few places to fix so it looks good. And honestly, stopping the ones behind the monument's actually going to help it flow evenly all the way down the sides. But it is looking magnificent. We just had a drought, so we're overcoming the flow on the bottom. And it will, it'll get there. It'll get there eventually. It's so beautiful. We got a few little things to clean up. And we got to get our little harvesters going. This guy does not need to be there anymore. His job is done. So we just simply come in here, do this, and then do this. But we don't want that first. We want that dynamite. All right, and we got the scaffolding coming and some of the base for our water lift system. And that's what we're gonna be working on right now. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and we'll hopefully be able to recycle our water. All right, people. Our Earth Repopulator is almost done. 4 more metal blocks, and these beavers are working hard. We'll be done. I'm pretty sure I'm reaching the max capacity of my machine. 400 beavers is, and all this is quite a lot to handle. Basically, cannot have the prioritization menu up or certain build menus up while I'm trying to move, or else I gotta pause. So that's we're reaching quite a bit maximum here, but that's fine because we're gonna make our Earth Repopulator. It's gonna be glorious. I cannot wait to see it in action. We are a little slow, or a little low rather, on some beavers, but that's okay. We'll pop some out here soon, ready to get to work. All right, we have all the materials. We got a bunch of beavers working. Let's just enjoy the last little bit. This guy right here looks like he's playing the bongos. Kind of funny looking. Oh, come on. How long does it take to build it? You got all the materials. People need to play the bongos more. Understandable. That makes the work go by in a lot more fun fashion, which then means feels like it go by quicker. I guess we'll have to wait for tomorrow. Been doing a few other things to tidy things up while we've been waiting for this to build. Because we've been waiting on the metal blocks, so been going around working on those tunnels to make sure everything's greened up. And filling in the sides of the map to keep all the water on the map. So we can reuse it as much as possible. Oh, now we got a bunch of bongo playing beavers. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 bongo playing beavers with like 5 actually doing the work. That's something. Of course, they're not playing the bongos. It just looks like it. It's kind of funny looking. Don't you agree? I think they look like they're playing the bongos. Just one hand at a time, just do. Trying to get their buddies to work faster. Oh, come on. Come on. Give it to me. Finish it up, beavers. Goodness gracious. You're going to take all day to do 3%? I guess this is like the quote-unquote in-game wonder that once you build it, you pretty much beat it. Come on, 3 more percent. Let's go. Come on, hit those bongos faster. Get them working faster. 2%. The bongos are working, guys. Keep it up. They're working. 2 more percent. No, we're gonna be short 2%. They got tired of swinging those hammers and hitting those bongos. We'll finish it up tomorrow, though. While we wait for that, I gotta say, I've never gotten anywhere close to 51 happiness. I'm not even sure I've gotten over 25 happiness before. So I'm pretty proud of this build for multiple reasons. That's just one of them, because I have almost maxed everything out. We need a few more of our fun things, or at least more time for them to go to it. We need some more beaver statues. So we're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. We've almost got it all maxed out. And I really wasn't even trying. I put a few beaver statues and other things up to help out, but you know, in the original plan, it was not to max out the happiness score. But I'm quite delighted to see that it's close to being maxed out. All right, the bongo beating beavers are back. Oh, that's a mouthful. Say that 10 times fast. Bongo beavers are back. Bongo. I can't even do it. Bongo beating beavers are back, and this is what I was afraid of. All that, and it's flooded. They won't. I thought we could do this in the water, but alas, we can't. But we have all the materials, so we're going to do this right here. We have all the materials. No, it won't let me build dirt. Okay, can I build? It wouldn't let me do it on stilts. Will it let me do it on? Hold on. Gotta come over here and test it. Okay. This is gonna be very upsetting. Okay, I can do it on that. I wonder if I was hitting the top. See if I can do it on that. I bet I was hitting the top of the map. So if I put this out to get it out of the water. I bet it says I can't do it because I'm going to be hitting the top of the map. In which case, we're going to have to figure something out. I've never built the Earth Repopulator. Now I can say I've built it. I just never got a chance to use it. So that's quite something. Okay, now let's see. Earth Repopulator. Huh. It would not let me do it when I originally had stilts up here, but it's letting me do it now. So that's fine. We're gonna be out of the water. For some reason I was thinking it was gonna let me do it in the water. I don't know why I had such a silly idea. Doesn't let you do any other buildings in the water unless they're meant to be in the water. So we get to start all the way over. Not to fear. You'll just have to wait one more second and you'll get to see the last of it. We have it done up properly on the base. I don't know why. Maybe I had scaffolding in the way when I tried earlier. But now we have, let's just slow it down. Let's see these beavers. I want to see somebody gets launched. So they need berries and treated planks. Okay. Well, it's going to be a little bit. I'm just going to do that for my personal self, unless they can get stuff real quick. Which looks like they can. So this is, while they do this, we're just going to take a little review. Okay. This is my proudest city I've built so far, starting with our little section here. With our food and our bad tide diversion that took us a second, and our original power plant and holding tank for water. Then we came out here, had a dig underground, had some oopsies that we figured out to build this monstrosity that we're actually now, because of our monuments, we are pushing the limit for once. So we're actually turning off some of these because we don't need the science anymore. We don't need the grease because we're not really having any bots. The only bots I'm having made temporarily are just in case we get in a position where we are now, where we need some temporary help, and we can just stack those up and store them to the side, and we'll be good. Which means our charging stations aren't gonna be using a whole lot. So the supply and demand is a little skewed because we've got a lot of charging stations that aren't being used. So we're still pretty much fine there. And then of course, you know, we came and made our lovely pixel art, our wood farm, elevated wood farm, and our tree farm. Not just a tree farm, sorry, our food farm and food production. Then we had cloud storage with our recirculator, and we're capping it all off with this lovely thing right here. So yeah, that is it, boys. We have done everything I wanted. We got the cascade, we've got our beautiful, I mean, just look at that. That is just so beautiful. We've greening up everything. We can turn this into a pond. We've got this luscious area growing. It's just all turning out so beautifully, just like I wanted. And yeah, so thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you guys. Let me know down in the comments, what do you want to see build next? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a challenge build, because I haven't really done one of those yet. I'm gonna do the folktale, and I'm gonna do a hardcore challenge build. I'm not sure what map yet. And I'm gonna incorporate the zip lines. I haven't played with them yet. I really like the iron teeth though, so that's why I haven't done that yet. Only the iron teeth have the subway 2 ways, and the folktale have the zip lines. So we're gonna play around with that and see how that goes. I'm gonna try and find a map to see what we can get done. Yeah, we're gonna do a hard mode. We're gonna just be a little less casual and a little bit more intentional about you know, building stuff up in certain orders, taking a little slow, and surviving the first few bad tides. I imagine it's going to take me a few restarts, which I'll let you know. But if you guys have something that you want me to do, if I haven't already started this series, let me know. If I have, still let me know, and I'll work it in as I am able. Because that series may last a couple videos, could be one video, could be a whole bunch of videos. I know I will end it when it comes to the point where it's like very obvious, like, okay, we have enough water, enough food, because like a beaver needs 3 food per day and 3 water per day. So then you just calculate, okay, well, the longest drought or bad tide is like 40 days. Then you need 120 water and 120 food per beaver. All right, you have 100 beavers. You need 12,000 water, 12,000 food, and you'll be fine. Roughly thereabouts. So you just save up to that amount, and then you never have to worry about it again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little bit of math, but it's building in the right order. Anyways, this has been your Catch Dad. We have been having an absolute amazing time with Timberborn. Let me know how you like that by hitting that like button and hitting that sub button, and letting me know what you want to see next. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.